Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I am testing out the Mahindra XUV700. It's not the 700, it's the 700, and this is the vehicle that Mahindra sent me. It was the AX7L. Now the Mahindra XUV700 comes in 3 different trims. This is the range topping AX7L. You also get the AX7, which has a little less things than this AX7L, and then you get the entry-level AX5. We're going to have a look at the exterior first of the AX7L, of course, from the XUV700. As you can see, it has these massive tires. This comes standard, of course, with this vehicle. It's all 18-inch wheels on the top level and the mid tier, and the X5 though comes with I think it's 16-inch. I think the AX5 comes with 16-inch tires. It's either 16 or 17, I'll let you know. So this is the electric blue color that they sent me. Really cool. I think it comes in about 5 or 6 other colors. I'll list them below in the description as well. As you can see from the exterior, really great looking vehicle. It is quite imposing, especially on the road. I love this front grille. It looks a little bit transformer like, almost like it's almost like this vehicle is Optimus Prime, to be honest with you. But yeah, it really looks good on the outside. Very sleek. The standout feature, I think, for the XUV700 are these electric door handles. Obviously they're not there for the Range Rovers, so very nice, very cool to have those there. And just to talk about what you can expect from the boot space. Now, the XUV700 is a massive SUV. By the way, from the front to the back, it measures 4.6 meters, that's in length. So it is a big vehicle, larger than usual, longer for sure. And it's a 7-seater, so that means you can obviously fit in extra people. So it's perfectly sized for a large family. Now 7 people can easily fit in this vehicle, but as you can see, the boot space not that great if you do have 7 people inside. But if you are not carrying 7 people, you can just drop the levers there and drop these seats down, and then you have some more space. So that becomes your boot space. As you can see, that's not bad for, you know, dropping the seats down. It's kind of enough, I would say. And alternatively, I mean, if you do have one person, which I did have, because I had my family visiting from Cape Town, and if you do need a little bit of extra space, you can just drop one of them down, I suppose, and get your visitors to sit in the other seats. As you can see, that seat there we've already folded down. Obviously that gives you easy entry to and from that side left door. We will get into it a little bit later on, but you can see there is a little climate control button up here, and that's for your rear passengers. There's also a 12-volt socket there. That's if they want to charge their phones back here. So the good thing is that if you are one of the unlucky people that have to sit back in these 2 seats, the good news is that you at least have ventilation and you won't be suffocating to death, because there is some climate control here for you. So there we go. 2 people can easily sit there, as you can clearly see. Maybe the leg room is not great, so I suppose they are best for kids. A little cup holder there, that's pretty cool as well. Nice, very neat inclusions and additional items in the Mahindra XUV700. Now we're going to go out to that left rear door and take a look at how you would enter the vehicle. to the back. So let's grab our keys. So there you go. That's a pretty neat feature to have, those electric door handles. So here we go. This is the seat that obviously folds up so that you can easily hop into those pair of back seats there. So two people can comfortably fit there. I would say kids because of the leg room, as you can clearly see. That's the leg room that you get. And then you get a three-seater here. This is the second row of seats, so obviously that is your two people can sit down there, and your third person sits here. So there you go. Three people can comfortably sit there. That's the leg room that you have. Obviously I'm driving, so my seat is a little further back than usual. It's all fully electric as well. Electric windows. Very nice. And of course there is a little handy section here that's for your cups if you are a passenger in the Mahindra XUV700. Nice little charging port as well. That's for the rear passengers, and some ventilation as well for you. So Mahindra certainly thought of everything in this regard, thought of the passengers and their experiences in this vehicle. So far from a passenger perspective, it is excellent. Cannot fault it. We can take a look inside and see what features you can expect from the Mahindra XUV700. So coming on over to the driver's side, as you'll see, those side mirrors also tuck in, which is a nice feature to have, because the last thing you want is somebody swiping you in a parking lot. That's the worst thing. And because of the size of this vehicle as well, you have to be a little careful when it comes to parking, and you have to just take the size of the vehicle into consideration when parking, because it is a bigger vehicle, it is large, but it's not that difficult to control. Let's get in and see what the Mahindra XUV100 has to offer you on the inside. As you can see, electric door handles, but there is a safety mechanism. That is the key slot right there. So that's pretty cool. So there you go. Let's hop in. As soon as you come into the Mahindra, this is what you expect. There are dual 10.25-inch screens, of course, display screens. One is for your information for the vehicle, that is your speedometer, your fuel consumption, your fuel range, those kinds of things. And then we also have the infotainment system, which is self-explanatory. It's all the things that you need when you're entertaining yourself in the XUV700. So as you can see now, once you start it up, your mirrors go into the position that it needs to, and you are ready to go. So let's look at some of the technology features on the XUV700. Remember, this is the high spec, the high end of the range. So it's the AX7L. Now the AX7 has a little few features than this one, and the AX5 a lot more, because that is the entry level. So taking a look at what's to offer on the inside of the Mahindra XUV700. Now we'll start with this dual climate control. Of course, you can control the passenger side of the vehicle with that button. That's, as you can see, it says there, dual control. So you can, if you are not feeling as hot or cold as the driver, you can simply adjust it accordingly by either turning it down or turning it up. As you can see, it's a cold day in Johannesburg today, so we have it on 29 degrees there. And then obviously the driver gets to adjust their climate control button here. The aircon button, of course, is for the entire vehicle, and This is the rear aircon. Remember, for those two poor souls that you put at the back of the vehicle, well, you don't want them to suffocate, right? So you just got to switch that on for them so that they also feel a little bit cool in the warm summers and a bit warm in the cold winters. So one of the features that really impressed me with the Mahindra XUV700 is the 360 view camera. Of course, it has cameras all around, and you can just simply press this button, which is the camera button, as you can clearly see. You just press it there, and then it appears on that screen. You can see what is happening behind you, and it gives you a little 360 view here of what you can see across. So that's pretty cool. Talking about the cameras, while we're on that topic, the Mahindra has an awesome blind spot camera. So if you're indicating left or right, it gives you a view, because there's a camera underneath that side mirror. So that's giving you your blind spot view there. So when you're changing lanes and stuff on the highway, it is pretty handy. The same obviously for turning left. As you can see, there's the vehicle in my blind spot. So that's a very nice feature, very nice safety feature to have, that the Mahindra XUV comes with. Then taking a look at the other aspects, of course, it comes with a 12 speaker surround sound system. The speakers are courtesy of Sony in Japan. So you can imagine that there's a speaker there as well. You can imagine that the sound is incredible in this vehicle. It really is. I won't put you through that test, because obviously you're not going to really understand it unless you're sitting in the vehicle. But yeah, there's in the main menu here, there's obviously, as you can see, the fun in XUV, and you have your radio, you have Android Auto, and you have Apple CarPlay. Apple CarPlay is wireless, Android Auto is not, so you will have to use a cable to connect your phone if you want to use Android Auto. And talking about using your phone and those cables, those ports are down here, just underneath the aircon system. As you can see, there's a USB port there that you can use for your music. There's also a charging port there. This AX7L offers you wireless charging as well. So if your phone is smart enough, you can just pop your phone in there and it will charge. Now you can also operate that system, the infotainment system, with the knob and buttons down here. So you can either operate it there, or you can operate it on your multifunctional steering wheel. This operates your volume. As you can see, that will obviously move your tracks and songs. Then this is for answering your calls. That's for muting your button. That's for choosing your source. It is pretty neat to have these functions. Of course, on this end, you have your more functionality buttons, such as cruise control, and these buttons here are used to control the information that you see in front of you on this information screen. As you can see, it's on fuel economy. We'll get to that in a bit. Just to also let you know that you can control your volume and everything from that button down there. It turns, and of course it also moves up and down and left and right if you want to change everything. So that's pretty cool as well. That's neat. There's little storage compartments up here as well. As you can see, there's something there for your keys, and you can also store in other stuff there. Very nice indeed. This little compartment slides forward as well if you want to rest your elbow and you need that extra room. Just to talk about the seats inside, of course, these are leatherette seats, and they are pretty comfortable, to say the least. They are also power adjustable on the driver's side, and you'll see you can adjust your seating here. This is on the side door panel, and this adjusts the height of the seat. This is the backrest, and then it has the option to memorize 3 different settings. So if you're buying the vehicle to share amongst a few drivers, this is ideal, because you can set 3 different memory settings for your driver's seat. Everything else, obviously, you can adjust accordingly. The passenger seat is adjustable on the side there as well. As you can see from here, it is pretty roomy if you're looking towards the back of the vehicle. There's a lot of room. It is big. Talking about the inside, it also comes equipped with a lovely panoramic roof. Now I'm going to try and get it on here for you and just give you a hint of what you can expect. So obviously, as you can see, it is quite big, quite large. It goes all the way down to the back, as you can clearly see. And then to open it up, we just flick this little button here, and there we go. It is raining in Johannesburg today, so the view might not be great, but on a beautiful night, you know, when the stars are out and the moon is out, this is an excellent feature to have. And it was warmer, you know, a couple of days ago, and we had it open while driving through the streets of Johannesburg on a warm evening. Nothing better than that, man. It was actually pretty cool. So now let's talk about, I'm going to talk about the fuel economy on the XUV700. Now remember, this vehicle has a 2-liter turbocharged engine pushing out 149 kilowatts of power, and it is coupled with a 6-speed gearbox, which is also Steptronic, which means you can move it that way to manual, and as you'll see, it will reflect that your gears are there, and you can change gears by moving this gear knob either up to increase the gear or down to decrease it. So talking about fuel economy, so I've had the vehicle now for almost a week, and this is what I've got in terms of the average fuel consumption. So you get around 10.2 kilometers from a liter of fuel. It is not a bad number considering the size of the vehicle and considering the fact that it's a 2-liter turbocharged engine. So that for me is not a bad number to have. I mean, you're looking at basically 10 liters taking you for 100 Ks or a little bit over. That's not bad. Some economical vehicles might give you, 8.5 liters for 100 Ks. So this is just 2 liters more. It's not really bad. Bearing in mind that you are getting the power that you need in terms of the turbocharged engine. I mean, this car is absolutely no slouch. Do not let the size of this vehicle confuse you with the power that it has to offer. It is immense. I absolutely enjoyed driving it on the highway because it just eats up the road in front, which is just amazing. By the way, the information that you get here by clicking on the steering wheel will give you full menus like that. You get your fuel information. You can also take a look at vehicle information. As you can see, it gives you your tire pressure, what the tire pressure is currently at, and it gives you the tire temperature for each of them. It also gives you how much power and torque you're using. Very interesting indeed, and I actually love these features. Then the navigation tab, of course, if you want navigation to feature on that screen, you've got to pair it up with your phone. So then you got your driver assistance there, and that will basically show you how you're driving. As you're driving, you can change the display layout. In here, there's a few options that you can choose from. That's normal, that's information, and that's minimal. That totally obviously depends on your preference. Then you can change certain settings as well, like your driver assistance settings. You can change passenger airbags. Oh, by the way, just on the note of airbags, this vehicle has 7 airbags as well, including a knee airbag for the driver. So it is safe to say the least. Let's just get back in there to your settings. So these are the driver assistance stuff that you can do: adaptive cruise control, automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, smart pilot assist, There is high beam assist, traffic sign recognition, which I found handy, especially when you're driving in areas that you're not aware of what the speed limits are. The car will tell you. And that little circle at the bottom there, that is where it'll tell you what speed is allowed in the area that you're driving. Then we have a blind view monitoring, which is what I showed you a little bit earlier on. Drowsiness detection, it'll tell you if you are being tired as the driver. Tire full assist, it lets you know, of course, if you need to get some pressure in your tires. So that's about it from the inside of the XUV700. Overall, I can tell you that this vehicle is amazing, and one of the things that stands out for me is the retail price of this vehicle, because the entry level starts just over 400,000 rands, which is excellent. Excellent value for money that you're getting from this Mahindra XUV700. This vehicle I have absolutely no problem with. I enjoyed every second of it. It drives like a dream. It is absolutely smooth, and the best part about it is that it is an eye catcher. With this kinds of colors, like this electric blue color, you definitely start turning heads. And if you want a vehicle that, you know, is kind of giving you everything that you need in a car today, by the way, automatic windscreen wipers as well, automatic daytime lights. It's incredible. It also, just by the way, while I have you, there's that button there for automatic switch off and on, and that is for when you're sitting in traffic and you don't want to burn fuel. Traction control as well, and hill assist. So all those things are available on this XUV700. There's also auto hold. Again, when you come to a stop and you press brakes, or whether you're on a hill or not, the car will hold for you. So there's a lot to take in from the XUV700. My advice to you would be to go and test drive this vehicle and check it out for yourself. But from my point of view, I reckon that this is a really decent option for you. If you're looking for an SUV, you have a larger family, you want to squeeze everybody in when heading out, then go and check out the XUV700. That's it from me, guys. Thanks for checking out the video, and thanks for subscribing as well. And please go ahead and share this video with as many people as possible. Coming up soon, I will be reviewing a few more vehicles, and of course you can also catch me on my radio show on 919 across Johannesburg. That's 91.9 FM, and you can also find us on your favorite app. Till next time, guys, take it easy.